didn't want Krishna to come around anymore, sort of thing. Yeah, no, it's that kind of that wrath, isn't it? She's telling him to go away, and you know, really, she's desirous of him. It's a great pastime. He was making a song about it, you know. Yeah, it was. How did it go? When this transcendental love between Radharani and Krishna was described by Ramananda Raya, Lord Chaitanya admitted, I came to you to understand the transcendental loving affairs between Krishna and Radha. And now I'm very satisfied that you have described them so nicely. I can understand from your version that this is the highest loving state between Krishna and Radha. Yet Lord Chaitanya still requested Ramananda Raya to explain something more. What are the transcendental features of Krishna and Radha? What are the transcendental features of the reciprocation of the feelings? And what is the love between them? If you kindly describe all this to me, I will be very much obliged. But for you, no one can describe such things. I do not know anything. Ramananda Raya replied in all humility. I'm simply saying what you're causing me to say. I know that you are Krishna himself, yet you are relishing hearing about Krishna from me. Therefore, please excuse me for my faulty expressions. I am just trying to express whatever you are causing me to express. I'm a Mayavadi sannyas, Lord Chaitanya protested. That's funny, isn't it? I have no knowledge of the transcendental features of devotional service. By the greatness of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, my mind has become clear. And I'm now trying to understand the nature of devotional service to Lord Krishna. Bhattacharya recommended that I see you in order to understand Krishna. Indeed, he said that Ramananda Raya is the only person who knows something about the love of Krishna. Therefore, I have come to you upon the recommendation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Please then do not hesitate to relate to me all the confidential affairs between Radha and Krishna. In this way, Lord Chaitanya actually took the subordinate position before Ramananda Raya. This has great significance. If one is serious about understanding transcendental nature of Krishna, he should approach persons actually enriched with Krishna consciousness, which is straightforward, isn't it? Makes sense. One should not be proud of his material birth, material opulence, material education, and beauty. And with these things, try to conquer the mind of an advanced student of Krishna consciousness. One who thus goes to a Krishna conscious person, thinking that he would be favorably induced, is deluded about this science. Although Lord Chaitanya was born in a high Brahma family, he was situated in the highest professional stage of sannyas. He nonetheless showed by his behavior that even an elevated person would not hesitate to take lessons from Ramananda Raya. Hey Tom, do you feel to continue a little bit?
Yes, okay.
Do you feel to read?
The chapter.
Read anything. Continue. Or Adi Lila. I'm going to move about a bit. I'll continue listening.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
don't know where to start. Hare Krishna.
Play the old guitar and maybe Samadhi Lila or.
We cannot hear you, Guru. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Rama Hare
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. I just play some guitar. Let's see, like a break. We do not hear you.
No.
If we hear you, I will say. If I hear you, I will say. No.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Yes.
Krishna.
You're back.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Yeah.
I guess.
So what we are going to do now?
Sing some bhajans to us, Tom, please.
Good. Send the bhajam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Shrivasade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, I want to sing something from the from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I just follow my finger. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, let's get mad. The Transcendental Madness of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, Chapter 15, Antya Lila. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. I remember Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. The ocean of ecstatic love for Krishna is very difficult to understand. Even for such demigods as Lord Brahma. By enacting his pastimes, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu submerged himself in that ocean, and his heart was absorbed in that love. Thus he exhibited in various ways the exalted position of transcendental love for Krishna. Just give me a signal, please, if it's enough. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All glories to Lord Nityananda, whose body is always filled with transcendental bliss. All glories to Sri Advaita Acharya, who is very dear to Lord Chaitanya. And all glories to all the devotees of the Lord, headed by Srivas Thakur. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forgot himself throughout the entire day and night, being merged in an ocean of ecstatic love for Krishna. The Lord would maintain himself in 3 states of consciousness. Sometimes he merged totally in ecstatic emotion. Sometimes he was in partial external consciousness. And sometimes he was in full external consciousness. Actually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always merged in ecstatic emotion. But just as a potter's wheel turns without the potter's touching it, the Lord's bodily activities like bathing, going to the temple to see Lord Jagannath, and taking lunch went on automatically. One day, while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was looking at Lord Jagannath in the temple, Lord Jagannath appeared to be personally Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu realized Lord Jagannath to be Krishna himself, Lord Chaitanya's five senses immediately became absorbed in attraction for the five attributes of Lord Krishna. Just as in a tug of war, the single mind of Lord Chaitanya was attracted in five directions by the five transcendental attributes of Lord Krishna. Thus, the Lord became unconscious. Just then, the Upala Bhoga ceremony of Lord Jagannath concluded, and the devotees who had accompanied Lord Chaitanya to the temple took him back home. That night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was attended by Swarupa Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai. Keeping his hands around their necks, the Lord began to lament. Hare Krishna. Whoa. When Srimati Radharani was very much agitated due to feeling great separation from Krishna, she spoke a verse to Vishaka, explaining the cause of her great anxiety and restlessness. Reciting that verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expressed his burning emotions. Then, with great lamentation, he explained the verse to Swarupa Damodar and Ramananda Rai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, well, though the hearts of the gopis are like high standard hills, they are inundated by the waves of the nectarian ocean of Krishna's beauty. Oh. Though the hearts of the gopis are like high standing hills, they are inundated by the waves of the nectarian ocean of Krishna's beauty. His sweet voice enters their ears and gives them transcendental bliss. His sweet voice enters their ears and gives them transcendental bliss. The touch of his body is cooler than millions and millions of moons together. And the nectar of his bodily fragrance overfloods the entire world. Oh, my dear friend, that Krishna, who is the son of Nanda Maharaj, and whose lips are exactly like nectar, is attracting my five senses by force. Lord Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna's beauty, the sound of his words, and the vibration of his flute. His touch, his fragrance, and the taste of his lips are full of an indescribable sweetness. When all these features attract my five senses at once, my senses all ride together on the single horse of my mind. but want to go in 5 different directions. Oh, my dear friend, please hear the cause of my misery. My 5 senses are actually extravagant rogues. They know very well that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they still want to plunder Krishna's property. My mind is just like a single horse being ridden by the 5 senses of perception, headed by sight. Each of my senses wants to ride that horse, and thus they pull my mind in 5 directions simultaneously. In what direction will it go if they all pull at one time? Certainly the horse will lose its life. How can I tolerate this atrocity? My dear friend, if you say, just try to control your senses, what shall I say? I cannot become angry at my senses. Is it their fault? Krishna's beauty, sound, touch, fragrance, and taste are by nature extremely attractive. These 5 features are attracting my senses, and each want to drag my mind in a different direction. In this way, the life of my mind is in great danger, just like a horse ridden in 5 directions at once. Thus, I am also in danger of dying. The consciousness of each woman within the 3 worlds is certainly like a high hill, but the sweetness of Krishna's beauty is like an ocean. Even a drop of water from that ocean can flood the entire world and submerge all the high hills of consciousness. Wow. I feel when I start this, I can it will go on and on and on. So I don't know if I can use this time. The sweetness of Krishna's joking words plays indescribable havoc within the hearts of all women. His words bind a woman's ear to the qualities of their sweetness. Thus there is a tug of war, and the life of the ear departs. Krishna's transcendental body is so cool that it cannot be compared even to sandalwood pulp or to millions upon millions of moons. It expertly attracts the breasts of all women, which resemble high hills. Indeed, the transcendental body of Krishna attracts the minds of all women within the 3 worlds. Okay. The fragrance of Krishna's body is more maddening than the aroma of musk. It surpasses the fragrance of the bluish lotus flower. It enters the nostrils of all the women of the world and, making a nest there, thus attracts them. Krishna's lips are so sweet when combined with the camphor of his gentle smile that they attract the minds of all women, forcing them to give up all other attractions. If The sweetness of Krishna's smile is unobtainable. Great mental difficulties and lamentation result. That sweetness is the only wealth of the gopis of Vrindavan. Okay, I feel maybe this is too much for this moment in the day. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. I can spend days, nowadays hours going on with this. So I don't know if it's appropriate now. Maybe Guru has another plan.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think it's enough for? Maybe it's enough for a while, and you guys can. Yeah, it's enough. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Let's everybody be natural and do what they do. Okay. All right, Krishna, everybody. Thank you very much, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Hare Krishna.
Tom can probably go on. Just do your live thing.
On my own life?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Yeah, I've got the taste now.